Good morning, students. Here we are going to start the chapter quadratic equation. Normally we have done linear equation two variables in the previous classes in 9 as well as in 10 also. But here we are talking about another type of equation. That equation is quadratic equation. So it is defined as a quadratic equation in the variable x is an equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. If we put here a equal to 0, then x square term will vanish and hence only bx plus c will be left. That will be your linear equation in one variable. Okay, so a should not be 0, then x square persists. B and c can be 0. Okay, or we can say a second degree equation. Also we can write a second degree equation or equation, the equation of degree 2 is called quadratic equation. Okay, why degree 2? In this x is power 2 and x has power 1, so maximum power of this equation is 2. That's why it is called quadratic equation. Okay, so first type of question you will get here, type 1 is identify whether the equation is quadratic or not. So standard form of the equation is also the same, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So any equation when will be in this form, then we will say that this is a quadratic equation. Suppose you are talking about x plus 1, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Is it a quadratic equation? To justify this whether it is a quadratic equation or not, first we have to bring in the standard form. For that, what we have to do here? We have to do, remove the bracket, we will find x square plus 3x plus x plus 3 equal to 0, and then x square 3x plus x is 4x plus 9 is equal to 0, and here you see here it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and value of a is, by comparison will get 1, value of b will get in comparison 4, and value of c will be your 3. Okay, so this is the first type of question in which you have to find or identify whether it is a quadratic equation or not. Clear? Now we are coming to the second part of it. This is called roots of the equation, or we can say solution of the equation. Solution of the equation. So here solution has also one term used, is your roots. So either maybe the question to solve the following quadratic equations, or maybe the question you find the roots of the quadratic equation. So both are having the same meaning. Suppose we are talking about x square minus 36 equal to 0. This also is a quadratic equation. Here if we talk about the value of a, value of b, value of c, so here you will see equation is x square minus 36 equal to 0. So if you want to arrange it in the standard form, it will become your x square plus 0 into x minus 36 equal to 0. So by comparison you will get the coefficient of x square is 1, so a value is 1, coefficient of x is 0, so value of b is 0, and constant term is minus 36, so c is minus 36. So this way, if an equation is given, we can write in the form of a standard form, and easily we can locate the value of a, b and c, right? Now suppose we want to solve this equation. It is quite easy to solve. The x square can be written as x square minus 6 square equal to 0, and by using the identity a square minus b square, we can write x plus 6 into x minus 6. This is equal to 0. So any two number whose product is 0, it is only possible either of the one should be 0. Take here the note, if you see a number is a, other number is b, a into b equal to 0. So if we take a and b both non-zero number, then product can never be 0. So either it should be, either a will be 0 or b will be 0, or you can say both will be equal to 0. So whenever you get this type of equation, number of product of two numbers is 0, then either the first part will be 0 or the second part will be 0 or both will be 0. Here also we are getting the same thing, that x plus 6 into x minus 6, this is the two number and whose product is 0. So either this x plus 6 equal to 0 or will be x minus 6 equal to 0. So here we will write either x plus 6 equal to 0 or x minus 6 equal to 0, and from here you will find x equal to minus 6, and from here you will find x equal to 6. Therefore roots of equation is minus 6 and 6. These both are the roots of the equation, or we can say these both are the solution of equation. One more point you have to keep in the mind, since degree is 2, in the term of polynomial, x square minus 36 is a polynomial, quadratic polynomial, so it has two zeros, and that two zeros is called the roots of this equation. Okay, so whenever there is a quadratic, there must be the two zeros, or there must be quadratic equation, it must has two roots or two solutions. So this is called solutions. Now if you put minus 6 here for x, then also will get the h is 0, and if you put plus 6, then also will get the 0. So this is called roots or solution of the quadratic equation. I hope you understood. Very good. Good morning students. Here now in this part of the video we are going to discuss how to find the roots of a quadratic equation, a method of finding the roots of the quadratic equations. We have the three methods to find the root of the quadratic equation. First, by prime factorization method. Second, by method of completing square. Third, by using quadratic formula, and this is also known as Sridhar-Acharya rule. Okay, so here we are discussing about the first part, using prime factorization method, how to solve the quadratic equation. So an example I am taking, this is your exercise 4.2, question number 1. So your question is x square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. You have to solve this equation and find the value of x, or we can say find the root of the equation. The prime factorization method means simply you have to do the LHS, factorization of LHS, factorize the left hand side of this equation. Since this equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, so we use it by method of splitting of middle term. So how to split the middle term, I hope you know, even though I am going to repeat. The coefficient of x square 1 and the constant term 10, we multiply this, then product we get 1 into 10 is 10, and then you write all the possible factors of 10. That will be 1 into 10. Then 10 can be written as 2 into 5. Then no more. So it has only 1, 10, 2 and 5 are factors. Out of this pair, if we see the pair is this 5 and 2 will give the difference of these two numbers is 3, which is the middle term. So we will take one term is 5, another term is 2, and we have to take the difference of 2 to get the 3. Okay, but since here is sign minus, so we will take the greater number minus and smaller number plus. So 3 minus 3 can be splitted as minus 5 plus 2. So here we will write x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 equal to 0. Okay, now by taking the LCM from first two, we get 5x is common. So take x common, remainder is x minus 5 in the bracket. Now from here if we take common 2, then it will become x minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay. Thereafter, if we take x minus 5 again common, x minus 5, this will give, remaining is x, here is from plus 2, so this will be x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Now this 2 product is 0, so this is only possible if either first part is 0 or second part is 0. So we will write here either x minus 5 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to 0. From here you will get x equal to 5 and here x equal to minus 2. The solution, therefore solution or the roots of equation will be your 5 and minus 2. This is your answer. Okay, I hope understood. You have to do only one thing. You have to factorize the LHS of this by method of splitting of middle term. In this case, sometimes it may be by taking common only. Okay, but you have to factorize the LHS. You will get the factorization of LHS equal to 0. So either this equal to 0 or this equal to 0, and they will get two values of x, and that will be two roots of the equation. Clear? I hope understood. Now I am going to take one example of word problem from exercise 4.2, question number 3. Here it is given, find the two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. The first step is to let the unknown term x. There is a two numbers, let the one number. Solution is let one number be x and the sum of the two numbers is 27. One number is x, therefore the other number will be equal to one number is x and sum is 27. So other number is 27 minus x. 27 minus x. Now see the question. There is a condition given, so write according to question, and their product is 182. This is the product. Product is 182. The two numbers are number 1 and number 2. So x first number into second number is 27 minus x, that will give you equal to 182. So this is one equation. Now try to solve it. So first of all you have to remove the bracket. You will get 27x minus x square equal to 182, and from here if we take 182 left side, it will become minus x square plus 27x minus 182 equal to 0, and then here is negative sign, so to make it positive multiply both sides by minus. You will get minus into minus plus x square minus 1 . minus 27x plus 182 equal to 0. Okay, again we have got the standard form of quadratic equation. So left hand side you have to go for factorization. To factorize by splitting of middle term. Again the splitting of middle term give you 182 into 1, 182, and 182 write all the factors. So all the factors are 1 into 182, then we by 2 if we do, then 2 into 96, so we get 13 into 14. 13 into 14, and 13 plus 14 is 27. So we take this ratio, but since here it is negative, so both term will be negative. We have to take minus 13 and minus 14. So here we'll get x square minus 13x minus 14x plus 182 is equal to 0. And if we take the common from first two, x will be common, so x minus 13, and if we take from here minus 14 common, since we have to get the minus here in this term, the plus is here, so we have to take minus common, so minus 14 is common, it will be x minus 13, this is equal to 0. Okay, again we find here that x minus 13 both the term, so take x minus 13 is common. If we take x minus 13 common, from first part is this x is left, so x will be here, and from second part minus 14 is left, so minus 14 is here, then this is equal to 0. Again we find these two product is 0, so either x minus 13 equal to 0 or x minus 14 equal to 0. From here we get x equal to 13, or from here x equal to 14. So we have the two values of x, 13 and 14. If we consider the first case, case 1, if x equal to 13, and what are the numbers? Therefore required numbers equal to, we have the number is x and 27 minus x, so x is your 13 and 27 minus 13, so this will give you 13 and 14. Okay, but if we case 2, in case 2 if we take x equal to 14, in that case required number is, again we have number is x and 27 minus x. If x we take 14, the second number is 27 minus 14, so this will give you 14 and 13. So from this one case 1 and from the case 2, from case 1 and 2, both the places we are getting 13 and 14, 13 and 14. So hence the required numbers, therefore required numbers equal to 13 and 14. This is our final answer. Okay, I hope I understood. So whenever you do a word problem, you have to take care of it. You first read the question carefully, then let the unknown term, the term which you have to find in terms of x, then according to question you have to frame the equation. If it is not in standard form, bring into the standard form of the equation, and after getting the standard form, just by method of factorization, you factorize and get the value of x, or get the root of the equation, and the root of the equation will be your answer. Okay, I hope you understood. Thank you.